Scott Free Library, August 21st meeting to order. Do you have any correspondence you'd like to share with us this afternoon?
Yeah, just Ronald McDonald House Charities are just thanking us for our staff donation from our Blue Jean Friday Day donation.
Okay, and
And that's it.
that's it?
Mm-hmm.
We got any public comment this afternoon? No? Okay. What's your pleasure on the meeting from a regular monthly meeting of July 17th?
Make a motion to put on file?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes from our July 17th meeting. Any questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor of the roll, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. The vouchers for July 24th. Through July, I should say, up 24. Geez, I'm all out of practice here. What's your pleasure on the vouchers?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the vouchers for July of 2024. Any comments, questions?
I guess the only question is, I mean, you know, I go through and there's a lot of stuff and a lot of it looks familiar. There's Baker and Taylor and there's Amazon and there's, right. Is there anything different popping up that you're seeing now that we've got them in this form? Is there anything we should be taking special notice of? Are we bringing anyone on, or is there anything of note here?
Not necessarily, no. Everything's pretty much standard what we have. You know, you see a couple of little ones, like if you see the Tomahawk Public Library, why we're paying them, that would be because one of our patrons most likely damaged a book that belonged to them. So then they charge, and then we have to pay them. So if you see something like that on there, that's what that's for.
And then we try to get it from our customer.
Yeah, and then we try and collect from the patron.
And of course, the only weird thing is the WPS bill.
Yeah.
How do you feel about WPS these days? That's the big one, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, I can't make heads or tails of it, ever.
Great. All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor of approving the vouchers for July 2024, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. Your pleasure on the unaudited monthly review and expense report.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the monthly revenue and expense report for July. Like I said, there seems like budget is awfully close. Oh, there's three items, you know, that are high and low, but in the end, I think we're
We get it there.
right. We're going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna-
I watch. Oh, I watch. I make sure.
Any other questions or comments?
Yes.
Well, funny that you should have mentioned damaged materials a moment ago.
Yes.
I noticed that once again this month, we've got a $42 charge for damaged materials. So it brings us up for the year to something like $236. Are you seeing anything, are you seeing a trend, or was this just a, you know, what happened? And is it happening regularly? Are we seeing things being damaged?
We're seeing it more regularly than what we did in the past, and we're seeing it more often from one particular unit.
Oh, so like
So-
one segment of the library, like one subject area or something like that?
Well, no more the unit meaning the family.
Oh, so, okay,
Yeah.
so a targeted patron issue.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And you know, and when that happens, I mean, unfortunately, we do at that, when we see it repetitive, that behavior, we do limit them then to what they can check out. I mean, we need to.
As you should.
I mean, we need to. I mean,
Right.
We don't have, we don't like doing that.
Mhm.
And one of the things that they have in particular with youth services, you know, we don't want the children not to have things, so we have like a free bin of books sometimes, so if we're seeing that and the kids just they're not able to check out because they've got the charges on their account and that's gonna stay there, we don't want them not to feel like they can't have something to read, so we do our best to serve them in that capacity. So,
Just
Yeah.
one follow-up, if I could ask Ryan. When that happens in the school system, when you've got a kid who's repeatedly either unable to take good care of or perhaps deliberately damaging, what's the school's mechanism for addressing it?
It's similar.
Just,
Yeah.
no, there's no sort of intervention, like what's happening here kind of thing, or?
Oh, there's intervention that takes place, depends on the situation. There's a lot of strategies to mitigate it.
Yeah.
We try to limit it, and like you
Right.
said, that sometimes it's not necessarily the kid itself, it's the situation at home that
Right,
deals with
right.
that, so we're,
Yep.
like you, try to still get the kid what they need in a roundabout way without losing more.
Yeah.
Right.
It's our public dollars, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're the same as,
Yep,
Yep,
there's
yeah,
not an endless pot of it.
right.
right. And you don't want to establish for somebody that it's an acceptable pattern.
Right.
So, thank you, Mr. President. That's the only question.
Any other comments or concerns? All in favor of approval of the monthly revenue and expense report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it is approved. Statistical report.
Love them.
You want a motion on that?
Sure, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion made and second to approve the statistical report for July. Any?
Yes, of course. Yes. So I'm looking at the magazines, and this is like the third month in a row this has happened. We started cutting out magazines because subscriptions were going up and circulation on magazines seemed to be like tanking. And now I notice, literally like 3 months in a row, circulation on magazines, not the online magazines, that's going up as well, but the physical magazines is going up again. What's happening? Do you have different magazines, or was there some incentive? Why is that suddenly happening? And does it call into question what we're doing with our subscriptions?
Some of it has to do with the fact that now libraries, they can now request from other libraries, so they're going out to other libraries that may not have that subscription, so that's what's happening there. We have more magazine traffic going to and from libraries now.
Okay, that would do it. That would certainly extend the reach. All right, I just noticed that it was just such a weird reversal of a trend. So that's all.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor of approval of the statistical report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Endowment fund request for an elevator upgrade. That's for 20, where did I see it here?
19,800.
19,800.
Yes.
Basically, you have no choice, right?
We need a motion and then.
I'll make a motion to approve the expenditure. I will second that.
Motion made and second to approve the endowment fund request for $19,800 for elevator upgrade. Any other discussion?
No choice.
All in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Endowment fund request for the renovation of the book, in addition to the renovation, I would say, the book bins.
Yeah.
That's for $34,800, right?
Yep, that is the total amount. They're asking a down payment of $10,000, and the reason why we would like to get that started is the planned completion date will be well after, hopefully the room is done, in October of next year, just because that's just how far down the list we'd be. And that would be if we got our name in now. And who knows, maybe between when she talked to them a couple of weeks ago and now we could have been moved further down the list at this point, but that is why we were requesting those funds even before the room was in place. However, I mean, if that room would not, for whatever reason, not happen, God forbid, we still would like to do the new bins because it will make browsing much easier, as we mentioned in here, for a lot of individuals that come to the library. And a lot of libraries are going to that fashion, so.
Do we have some like this up there? That we could look
Yeah. They're the ones that are right now we've got them in the fiction section for the picture books.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
Yep.
So then, does this, the bins that are underneath, we get rid of the ones underneath that are, or is that correct? Is that
So
what this is
what will
replacing?
what will be replaced are the tall bookshelves that are to the east end of the youth services department.
So where, like where the teen nonfiction
Yeah, kind of all that.
was?
Yeah, we will still have bookshelves for the adult teen, you know, like the young adult section. We'll still have some of that. Chapter books will still be on, you know, regular bookshelves, but in our nonfiction department, a lot of those in youth services are more picture books. And for kids to browse through the nonfiction section for those books, it's a lot easier if they can browse through them so they can see the front cover, and it helps them choose and select accordingly. Yep.
So this is instead of bookshelves,
Mhm.
and you know, it sounds funny to put it this way, but let's think about audio cassettes versus CDs.
Mhm.
Audio cassettes are sequential access, and those front-facing bins
Mhm.
are essentially sequential access. You can't see all of the options in the bin simultaneously, whereas traditional shelves are more like CDs. They're random access. You can see everything that.
So what will end up happening is similar to, they will be categorized. They will be put into the bins by categories. Because I mean, typically that's how children, when they browse for books, that's typically how they're looking. They're looking for, I'm looking for books about bears. I'm looking for books about Egypt. You know, I'm looking for books about, you know, becoming a doctor, those types of things. So they would be.
So this is just the juvenile,
Just- right.
not even the teen stuff.
Not the young adult.
Like the old vinyl record bins,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how we have the fiction section set up by categories.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor of approval of the
We didn't get, I just realized we don't have a motion yet.
Oh.
Just realized that, sorry.
I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, now any other discussion?
Yeah.
Any more?
What's that?
Any more discussion?
Yeah, I guess I'm really sort of unconvinced, and I'd like to know what is the evidence that shows that this is better? It says front-facing materials have also been shown to increase circulation, and I'm just wondering.
Or what age group we dealing with?
Young kids.
Yeah, but what, under 10?
But yeah, the majority of them, yes, are
Under 15?
Not as many,
So you're
no.
dealing with that, you know, that young age group that doesn't read the
So it's just
back.
like up to
They're
first
looking at the
grade.
they're looking at the front cover like you
It's
would
gonna
on a
be
vinyl
elementary
record.
age. I mean, up, you know, probably through 4th grade.
I mean, I kind of get it for little kids, but I also kind of feel like by the time they're in 1st or 2nd grade, they read book titles differently.
Nah, they don't.
No.
I've had those kids.
No.
I've had 5 of them.
They're
They're
interesting.
All right,
No.
I defer to you, I'm surprised
Pictures.
Pictures.
Yeah.
that this is.
You're drawing the pictures.
I guess I do have one question. Why is this the preferred manufacturer? And did we look at anybody else? And didn't we have some furniture manufactured from like the place up in Gleason? Did we look at any of those options as far as
Andrew can answer.
prices?
Well, this company, actually, we had 8 bins made in 2021, and they're custom made to match what was already there.
Okay.
But they're much better quality, and they're about $1,000 cheaper per unit, and these are solid oak. And so we took all the measurements and everything of what we had, and then matched the wood. And so they make them solid oak, so they're identical to what's there. So they have all of that already, and just price-wise too, when I priced out, these are about 1,700 per unit, pricing out the other ones. Even from the library stores that are pressed wood with sticker wood, all the, MDF stuff, those run $2,500 to $2,700 a unit, and these are 1,700. Solid oak, custom made, so they still have all of our information. They have the stain color, they have the drawings, they have everything. So I literally just have to say, this is how many I want, and they'll be identical, they'll match. So that was kind of a no-brainer once I priced everything out, and I went to the places that we
Fair.
usually buy our library furniture too, just to kind of get an idea of what
Yeah.
all that is, so, yeah.
So you priced it against A&R? I think A&R is the one in Gleason that she was talking about.
Yeah, and
they've done custom work for us before.
They have, and actually, when we did them in 2021, Carolyn tried, and we couldn't, they were too busy, they couldn't get it, the communication there wasn't really good communication piece going on there, we tried.
Okay.
And we actually postponed it for a year and a half, trying to do that, and then she finally then looked elsewhere
Okay.
and found this company, and they're in, oh goodness, they're in Wisconsin. They're a Wisconsin company, I don't think it's Eau Claire, I looked the other day, but they're in Wisconsin. Maybe it might sound, Oshkosh, okay.
That's cool.
Okay, so, and they're a Wisconsin company, so then that, makes me feel a little better too, so.
Okay. All in favor of the request for the $34,800 for the book bids? In favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
All right, so I'm passing around the accepted bid. The first page is back and front for the accepted bid. The second page is the bids that came in for the project. And this is the company that we went with on the top. JAS Construction, based upon their bid. I'll give you time to take a look at that. Rob is here to answer questions with me as well. So once you've had a few minutes to take a look at it, I'll come get it to you to be included in the packet. And then if someone wishes to make a motion once they've had a chance to review, then we can have some discussion.
Is Kroger a local agency?
Kroger Electric, I'm not familiar with them.
They're in the Wausau area.
Awesome, okay. Boss area.
What are alternatives 1, 2, and 3?
I think one is replacing all the ceiling tiles. 2 was, do you remember that one off the top of your head?
No, I don't. I don't remember what he said.
So 3 is the one that replaces all ceiling tiles.
3 was?
Yeah. So there's 2 others.
So it's related to this finishing.
Yeah, there was a deduct for the second one, I do believe.
He didn't specify.
There was another lighting option as far as supplying all new lights, but we're trying to use the ones that are there.
Yep.
And with that sink being in there, it's a solid floor down below, so what they're gonna do is put a reservoir and there with a lift pump up to the bathroom upstairs. It'd be a lot easier than hammering through that floor. That corner's got no foundation underneath it. It's in the, right on the dirt, so it's.
You talking about the maintenance sink? Or
No, the sink in that,
In the room,
in the
in
room.
which,
In the new
in the
room.
activity room. in the
the
new room.
one that will be going in?
Yeah.
Right.
And JAS has done stuff for the city before. They built the new shelter over at St. Park. They built the new bathrooms down behind the grandstand. They recently purchased the old Stark building and renovated that, and they have some other things they're gonna be doing up there. They've been in Wausau for years. They worked at Tech. They work at a lot of the commercial buildings, a lot of interior finishing, similar to what they're doing here. They have a good record.
If I may ask a fellow board member, how do you feel about the exclusion of the performance bond? Does that raise any red flags for you?
I would be less concerned about the performance bond than I am just general insurance. Especially for the price.
Yeah, we require a 2 million, both aggregate and as far as the. Yep.
Aggregate CGL policy.
Yep. And there's very minimal sub work here, so as far as payment and performance bond, I don't see an issue with them. You're holding the check at the end, so they have motivation.
Will you entertain a motion then? Or-
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll make a motion
To approve it?
to approve the JAS
Yeah,
construction
second.
proposal.
I'll second.
On the base bid,
This
So
is
there's no-
99,425.
Yeah, there's no way
That's
that's
nothing else.
else.
I guess I don't understand the finishing.
It says, the only thing that is on here is the first, number 3, it has replace all ceiling tiles. So what would be the added 12,400?
Is the 99,
notes on here,
does the 99 include?
I would go with the base.
No, that's the base.
That's the base.
So then we're adding the 12 minus 3 plus 2.
No, those are alternates that we choose.
We don't need to choose any of them.
No, we do not.
Did you identify what alternate number 1 is, the plus 12,400?
Yeah, because he doesn't have it written in here.
I see the competing bids also had an alternate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an alternate for replacing ceiling tiles, all the ceiling tiles, and there's also another replace light fixtures with new match existing if existing cannot be modified. So that was the,
Is that the 12,000?
that's the first one.
That's the first one for the lighting. Okay.
And I do believe the deduct was for the wood doors, or the aluminum doors versus the wood doors that you wanted. That would match the rest of it, so I guess our recommendation was to stay with the base.
So with the base, we don't replace all the ceiling tiles, we don't match the lights if possible. Is there,
They feel they can use the existing lighting
Mhm.
and reconfigure it in a way.
and do you think that that is a good estimate on their part, or are they going to come back to us 6 months into the project and say, yeah, actually, we got to add that 12,400 back
No,
on?
I think that's, we looked at the end caps are the biggest thing, and we feel we can, because we're gonna be taking them apart and we're missing a couple of end caps, we feel we can manufacture those ourselves.
So what are we?
So regardless, like
Yep.
the other companies will have the same issue.
Yep.
They have alternate stuff too.
Right.
Their bids are, base bid is already
Same.
higher.
Yeah.
So even if they would come back to us, they have to do, I would call that minimal work. You're talking less than 15,000. That's minimal.
Yeah.
We met with him yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Or on Monday, and we feel very comfortable with him.
So what are we approving, the 99?
Yeah, the 99,425.
Right.
Yeah.
And we may consider that when we get into the alternates, when we get into the project.
No. We're gonna go with the base bid.
Yeah.
Okay?
With wood doors, the wood.
And when do we expect it done?
He thought he'd be in there in the end of January,
February,
yeah.
and he said 4 to 5 weeks.
And we gave him, in the bid, we gave him a window up to June 1st to be completed, so.
Because of summer.
But he wants to hit it before that.
Yeah. It would be a winter project for them.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, I guess one last thing, which is, I don't know if there's incentives built in, like benchmarks built in with incentive payments or whatever. What's your fallback in case something goes wrong? Do we have a contingency plan at all?
We would withhold 10% of any payment, and we won't approve any payment until the work is completed, so.
It's usually enough to keep them.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll ask for a materials payment in the beginning, they'll give you materials on hand, we'll pay for those as far as the installation.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of approval of the $99,425 renovation project for the meeting room, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We got a new project.
And TJ's gonna be in charge of that, by the way, not me. With Rod.
Hey, memorial books policy.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second to approve the memorial book policy revision. Any discussion?
This is just from last month, right?
Yep, it's from last month. I provided you with the information that I could. Can't tell you how many we delete because they come and go all month long, so.
Any other discussion? All in favor of approval of the memorial book fund revision, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Review teacher and school teachers and school policy.
Services, that was just a simple change. Library name.
Just a simple thing.
Well, I'll move to approve.
Just a simple.
A second.
Is there a motion to approve it?
And I second it.
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
motion. Okay, motion made and second to approve the school and teacher services policy. Any other discussion? All in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. And our elm tree project.
So, it has the pieces have been delivered. We have, it's put together with epoxy, so the 3 pieces are epoxy together. I mean, it looks nice, it could look better because it's not finished. So, and the base that they put on the bottom is not safe. It does not make it functional, especially, I mean, it's a center, this is a big thing, and the center is like a 12, it's underneath, and if people push down on it, it will tip. It's on the 2nd floor where we have kids regularly, and they wander, in that area where it will be. So right now it's pushed out to the side with a do not touch sign. Talked with Mike, and the person that had the elm tree project, he knows that he will not get paid any more. There was some discussion about possibly collecting some from him. In talking to Tom Hayden, he said, chances are you're not going to get it anyway. So we're just gonna call that part of the project done. I did talk with Darren Marashik then, that's Tammy Marashik's husband. He does a lot of woodworking. And he came in and he took a look at it and he said, yeah, there, you know, it wasn't completed. So he will have to do some sanding. I mean, there was like an oil-based sealant that he could tell that had been put on the top because he could feel it, but it wasn't sanded smooth. So Darren will take it and he will complete the project. He said roughly between $700 and $1,100. He can pick it up in September. And I didn't have this on as an action item. I will bring it next month. But right now I'm gonna do it and I'll figure out where it comes from because it's not usable. I want it to be functional. I want people to see it. It's actually, when we're done here, if you get a chance, I mean, the piece itself is just pretty
Massive.
yeah, I mean, that was a big honking tree. So, and it's cool, and so it'd be nice if other people could see it. It will not have the pictures on the top that we had asked to be done, but what I plan to do is I will create an explanation of why that is sitting in our library and its history, and it will be sitting, you know, as a display like in the center of that tree, so people will get to understand why, you know, and the purpose and why it's here. So, and that's what we got on that. I just wanted to let you know where that all is.
We'll take action next time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you only need to.
All right, in the discussion on our Northern Wisconsin merger proposal.
Yeah. Just want to update everyone that the Northern Waters Library System voted it down. The Wisconsin Valley Library System, they have not voted yet. We had some discussion at the August meeting with the libraries in the WVLS system, and there were a few that had not had the opportunity to discuss it with their board members, so the vote was postponed until September. Now, you ask, why are we even voting on it? Well, if Wisconsin Valley Library Service finds that there are enough libraries in our system that want to do it and the vote passes, they will go back to the table with Northern Waters to find out what it is that caused them to vote it down, and see if it's something that we can negotiate or collaborate on. I mean, I don't know. Unfortunately, I mean, this is the second time that we have worked with Northern Waters for a consolidation, for a merger. And right now, we have no idea. I mean, I have no idea, you know, why they turned it down, and we wouldn't until we know what Wisconsin Valley Library Service does. So, I mean, we're doing good. I mean, we've got a good library system. It's just they thought of, and it was a money-saving effort because of some of the vendor costs that are, you know, they constantly go up. The state was very supportive of the merger, and that's been part of the public library system reorganization. They've had this project ongoing for quite a few years, and this was a recommendation that library systems start looking at consolidating because of the costs. If we find that it doesn't work with Northern Waters, there's a library system to the east west, towards Eau Claire, that, you know, Wisconsin Valley Library System could possibly consider at that point if they would like to. But right now it's not going anywhere else to the north, so that's what I got on that.
Strategic goal, step number 3, programming, and I think you guys do a pretty good job. Not pretty good, you do a very good job.
They're busy.
Pardon?
They are busy.
Yep. And Wisconsin, the hiring the library director, I think I got 2 of them, I don't know if you.
Oh.
Did everybody get a hiring a library director in their packet?
Yes. Copies.
All righty, and your report, please.
August tends to be maybe quite a month, although we've been fairly busy. This last Saturday, there were people in here and out. Printing service has become a big, popular item. A lot of people coming in for printing service, and they are using our wireless printing system, Princh. We have people calling from home. I mean, we have little cards that people can take home with them. And we have people calling from home saying, I'm printing this. How long are you open today? I'm gonna come and get it. So they'll do it virtually and they can come in and pick up their printing and away they go. So a lot of that was going on.
How much time does that cost a library employee?
Nothing. I mean, take it off of the photocopier and set it on the desk until they come in to pick it up, or, yeah.
I take the copiers downstairs, down by the check.
No, it's on it's the third floor.
So you gotta get down to the
They come up to us.
third floor to get it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we still have Children's Wisconsin, and I know I put a note in there, she said that that room is just packed. There are just, the kids, the parents, the caregivers that come in with them. So, like I said, that new activity room is gonna get a workout. We're excited about that. Let's see, Bug Tussle University, that is an organization that was created by a local, or a Manitowoc farmer. He was also an executive businessman, he's an executive of Cellcom, and he noticed how poorly rural communities, as far as the digital literacy, and the ability to have the services available to them, that empowered him to set up this Bug Tussle. So it's free. So all we have to do is give him a call and let him know what topic we would like him to bring. And what they do is they contract with educators in the area. So it's different people that will come and do these presentations. It could be an educator, or it could be a business person that knows the skill really well. The next one they're going to be talking about is, how do you know if something's fake or not? So that's our topic. We thought that was fitting considering what we got coming up in November. So, the WVLS Board of Directors, I included the director's report in my report at the end. Library staff, always. Kyle Dolke, he took the promotion to a library assistant too, and we already hired a replacement for him. She will start September 4th. And then our circulation coordinator, Evan, she made a decision to move back to her home state. And we have already hired her replacement, and that individual will start the middle of the month, September 16th. So, and an individual that has already worked in the system. And so we're excited. I'll explain to you the NICE project, where things are going there. And just a reminder that we have the celebration tomorrow night. So that's what I got.
Starting at 5:30, what you're saying here?
Yep, 5:30.
That's when you want me to make my delivery, huh?
Yes, please.
Or do you want me before that?
Oh, you can leave
Big
it at
sample.
5:30.
Big
5:30.
sample.
Very good. So, it will be catered in by More Cheese. They're a kind of a Thai, southeastern cuisine. So, it'll be kind of a buffet style. That's all I got.
And me, I just want to thank Audrey for taking over so ably for the last couple of months. I appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for coming, and another good month. See you tomorrow night.
Motion to adjourn.
All right.
Well, we need I think we need a motion.
Yep.
Motion.
Who?
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
Brian did.
Second.
Okay.
Motion made, second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks again, everybody.
All right.